Exit light, enter night. Take my hand. We're off to Never Never Land. Enter, Sandman. Please enter. JH means that death is waiting for us, each and every one of us. So why not embrace that thought? High five that thought on the way to the grave, mofo.
Hi, my name is Michael Marco. I'm a writer, I'm a director, I'm an editor. I'm also a huge Metallica fan. Back in my college days, I thought I knew everything there was to know about Metallica. But I was wrong. It was then that I met a man, nay, a god, that would change my life forever. His name, Dr. Phil Sanders. His class, Metallica 101. Last fall, my production team and I went to my alma mater to film Dr. Sanders while he worked.
Prodigal son.
What I was hoping to capture that day was just that, hope.
There you are, full of hope.
Oh my goodness, look at me.
Young Metallica neophyte.
And I believe I did.
You don't mind
All
if
true.
I'd light a candle.
No, please do.
Helps me think.
Yeah.
Much like lead to a magnet, the children of the 80s were still being dominated by the Cold War. People forget that Metallica is a Cold War band. And I think a lot of the disenfranchised youth in this country and the people angry at the Reagans just say no. No one understood what that meant.
I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I had no idea what that meant at all.
Just say yes to Metallica is what most of them were doing. Metallica burst onto the scene quite simply because Mr. Ozzy Osbourne invited them to tour on the Ultimate Sin Tour in 1986. They'd already been on Elektra Records, but their anger hadn't been released, essentially, to the world. And thank God for Ozzy, because he ushered them into rockdom.
He is the wizard to their Oz, if you will. Or maybe the Oz to their, because his name's Ozzy, so maybe he's the Oz to their wizard, or their... James is like the Scarecrow.
Well, this is excellent. This is interesting. I would say James is the Scarecrow. I would say Lars is the Tin Man. I would say Kirk is Dorothy. I want to have the syllabus essentially have an album cover or a CD cover, and I'm not familiar with this program that well, but what I want...
You don't need the pencil there. You can cancel that, because you don't...
Okay, I'll cancel it.
You can erase this section. You can just edit. That's like a tadpole.
All I want to do is blacken the black and make the edges crisper, like here.
Stop drawing more lines on top of them, or change the paint color to black.
Oh,
now,
this is doing something.
Well, it's blurring it. Is that what you wanted? That looks a lot more mysterious.
I'll erase the lines.
You can't. That's not an eraser. That's a blur tool. So.
I'm not teaching blur. I'm teaching Metallica.
Exactly.
Metallica changed my life. I was on my way to being a gynecologist. Hard to believe, right? I was a medical student, 1980s, somewhere in the mid-80s, and I was doing a residency on the psych floor, and I heard one of the patients listening to Sanitarium, and it just sort of spoke to me. It encapsulated, here I was in a sanitarium, pretending to be the sane one, in a supposedly sane world, listening to the only true vibration in the universe, which was this band. And I took my, scrubs off, and I said, I can't do this. I have to follow this band. How many times have we seen Lars do this? Try it. That's what heavy metal is about.
Day 1, introduction, prehistory of metal. Day 2, early pioneers. Day 3, Hetfield, 4, Hammond, Lars, etc.
Hammett.
Hammett. I apologize. I was thinking of...
There's not a typo in there, is it?
It's spelled wrong here. I was just reading them.
Right now.
Did you not, it's very easy to type.
Hi, Randall. Could you look at the top page of Metallica 101 right now? Excuse me. What is Kirk Hammett's last name? Yeah, Hammond is an organ. Hammett is a musician. Thank you, Randall, and tear up those other copies. Bugger. Okay. 5 major lighting trusses. 47 lights on each. How many lights were on the Damaged Justice tour? Angela.
235.
Excellent. Notice the black and white, the use of black and white. Constant imagery in all of their songs. There is no gray in Metallica's world. It is either black or it is white. Enter or exit. Do not linger. I feel like for the first half of the semester, I'm stripping away all the nonsense and all the garbage that these kids come in here with. I mean, it's a very zen approach to becoming a Metallica fan. Lars. Open your eyes. By cutting their hair and still making powerful, important music, they showed us once again that appearances have no meaning in the greater cosmic scheme of things.
Never free, never me, so I love the unforgiven.
Never free, never me, so I love the unforgiven. Inevitably, in the academic world, we do get students who are groupies. We call them stoopies. And they throw themselves at our feet because they associate us with the legends. I had a student who came by my office during office hours who dressed like the woman on the cover of And Justice for All. She had nothing but a practically see-through toga, and she was holding a scale. And I made sure to keep the door open, and I was very gentle, and, you know, I have a wife and kids, so I'm not tempted, really.
Where were you, Doctor, on Black Wednesday?
It's much better now. For those of you who don't know, Black Wednesday is, of course, February 22nd, 1989, the Grammys. It is the evening that Metallica lost to Jethro Tull, her best album of the year. As you know, I was in rehearsals with some students here on campus at a theater. We were rehearsing what would later become our Master of Puppets musical. And we had pulled a TV into rehearsal, and I had brought in some bottles of champagne, perhaps, obviously, wrongly so.
And the winner is Christopher Name, Jethro Tull. Jethro Tull.
I guess the happy ending to this would be that the next year, they did win, and Lars got to say...
You gotta thank Jethro Tull for not putting out an album this year, right?
Thank you, Jethro Tull, for not releasing an album. I often wonder if he wrote that or if he just came up with that. Knowing Lars, I bet it was spontaneous.
Yeah.
Oh, very fortunate. This is Professor Sean Miller. He is a professor here at the university. He teaches Classic Rock 101.
That's right, Dr. Saunders, how are you?
I'm excellent today. Sean, how are you?
I'm good.
Sean has a interest in over 1,000 bands, and he tries to teach them in 9 weeks.
Yeah, well, it's an overview. It's just a 101. It's sort of an
It
introductory.
certainly is over.
You know what? Let's not get into this now.
Let's agree to disagree, Sean. This is neither the time nor the place.
You're only teaching one band.
Oh, let's not get into it here. Okay,
Why
Sean?
don't we get into it here?
You know where I stand on your curriculum. Why fill the kids' heads up with 10,000 different band names when they can't even understand one? I say if you want truth, spend time studying Metallica.
You know what you're doing? You're doing a fantasy band camp is what you're doing. You're not teaching them anything.
God damn it, Sean. You used to believe in Metallica.
I liked Metallica. I believe in their existence. Not trying to fill my students' heads with fantasies that are not going to happen. Your class isn't being renewed for next year.
What?
Your class is not renewed
Says
for
who?
next year. It says Worcester. It says Dean Worcester. That's what he thinks of it. We're expanding the classic rock curriculum. I'm sorry to be, you weren't supposed to know about that until after the semester, but there it is.
I doubt that.
Well,
I don't think my alumni will allow that to happen.
The very next semester, Metallica 101 was canceled. due to rumors that Professor Sanders was having an affair with one of his students. Dr. Sanders was forced to leave the university in shame and never to return. They put up posters so everyone would know if he did. But none of that matters, because wherever he may roam, he'll always ride the lightning, fight fire with fire, and master the puppets. But one thing he'll never do is fade to black.
I don't think Metallica's angry. I don't think they're hitting us with a blunt weapon. I think they're challenging us to look at the world as it is and to speak truth.
Note, get yourself a lighting truss as soon as you can save up the money. I bought this 15 years ago and I've never stopped using it. Ever. I'm using it now.
Where do I see Metallica in 20 years? I think I see them playing a concert on Mars.
Concert scenario. Close your eyes. The gods are on stage and you want to salute them and their poetry.